I've always been overly sentimental about my Pokemon save files and keeping them around. Enough to the point where I bought a special device just to make sure I could keep my Crystal and Blue version saves when the internal batteries died. In 2011, I was thrown for a total loop when my 1019 GameCube memory card suddenly became corrupted, and my original Pokemon XD save file and the Pokemon Colosseum save file I used for my first ever series on this channel were completely unreadable. I was distraught when this occurred because some Pokemon with sentimental value to me, like my Charizard from my first ever Fire Red file, were on these corrupted saves. I put my memory card aside and vowed to try and do everything in my power to somehow bring them back. It's been 7 years, and finally, this is how I got my Colosseum and XD save files back. Up front, I'm going to say the method that I use is almost exclusive to these two games, so don't get your hopes up if you're watching this expecting a cure-all for corrupted GameCube files. At first, this seemed like a lost cause. Of course, the save files wouldn't load. Nothing I did on the memory card would even save correctly anymore, and on top of that, there is a copy and move lock that prevents you from transferring Pokemon saves to other memory cards, most likely to prevent Pokemon cloning. But then, I found a GameCube Memory Card Manager homebrew app for my Wii. Using my modded Wii and an SD card, I was able to make a backup of both the individual save files and the entire GameCube memory card to the SD card. Then, I was able to move the files to my computer and investigate how exactly they were corrupted. I tried opening these save files in a hex editor to see if there was anything I could salvage, but unfortunately the files were huge and encrypted in a way that I could honestly make no sense of. Though I had no luck with these particular save files, I was able to salvage quite a few of the smaller save files just by transferring them off the memory card to the Wii, and they turned out to still be readable when transferred back to different memory cards. A few more years passed, and I found out that someone who goes by TuxSH made a program known as PkmGC Tools that can do Pokemon Colosseum and XD save file editing. Curious to see if I could retrieve my Pokemon, I tried to open up my save files in the program. Still no luck. Until I clicked Ignore Data Corruption. Then it actually worked. I could see my party and my PC storage, and I'm fairly certain every last Pokemon I had was present and accounted for. I just hit Save As and saved the files as new files to the SD card. Then I went back to the GameCube Memory Manager and put the files on a working memory card. Then came a moment of truth to see if I could load the save files again. XD gave me this message, but then booted normally afterwards. I was finally reunited with all the Pokemon I missed, including one of my first level 100s, the first Absol I ever trained, and my first Charizard from Fire Red. I was completely elated. Colosseum worked fine too, but to be completely honest, my Gotta Snag 'em All playthrough really didn't have too many Pokemon special to me on it compared to my XD file. So that's how I got my files back. It was a kind of crazy process, but I think it was worth it. I'm still planning to do a lot with these games in the future, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.